Hello everybody and welcome to the patch preview stream for the Rage of the Hive Queen update. My name is Jonathan Lin, I'm your associate producer of Blade and Soul.
And I am Nico Coutant, and I'm the senior producer for Blade and Soul.
Dude, how about that trailer, huh?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the first time that we've ever shown that trailer, debuting for the first time on our stream. We're also going to be putting it on our YouTube shortly, so yeah, definitely got me hyped up for the update.
Yep.
So in today's stream, we're going to be talking to you about what's coming in the update. We're going to be talking about some of the new content. We've got some new raid content for you guys with the Temple of Illuvium, Final Boss, and the Fallen Arantu School. We've also got the return of Blade and Ghoul.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, we had this event last year, if you remember. We've kind of updated it a little bit, but I think you guys are really going to like it.
That's right. I mean, I think we brought back a crowd favorite in the Merchant of Wonders.
Ooh.
Yeah, and we're going to be going over that just a little bit later in the stream. And we're also going to be, of course, talking about the other systems changes and other miscellaneous changes that we're making along with the patch. So before we jump into that, we're going to talk a little bit about World Championships.
Oh, yeah, it's World Championships.
Yes.
That was actually really exciting. A lot of us actually went to Seoul to watch the World Championship live and kind of tag along with our NA and EU teams. I think, overall it went really great. We were really happy and a little bit proud of the showing that our teams had in the Worlds. I think they did really well. They had some very, very tough opponents. I actually watched most of the matches, and there were a few, last minute comeback from some of the teams, so that was really great to watch. But overall, it was a really, really exciting event, and I hope all the people that were able to participate and watch also enjoyed the Worlds this year. Yeah,
for sure. It was our first time participating, so I do think we did rather well. I'm really, really proud of all of our players that went out there and showed Korea and the rest of the world that we are definitely a force to be reckoned with. Also, a big congratulations to GC Busan Blue for taking the tournament. They played amazing. Yeah, it was crazy. It was a whole spectacle at the whole stage. So if you guys want to check some of that out, we actually have some of the videos on YouTube. They're being some of them have already been uploaded. We're going to have a couple more coming this weekend on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So definitely want to check that out. We got the show matches, we got the finals. Yeah, it was a whole thing. It was really, really crazy to be there in person and see the stage.
Definitely worth watching.
Yeah. A couple other things that to talk about. Yesterday we released a new update, the Rose Thorn box in the Hanwoo store. So definitely check that out if you're a cosmetic collector. Maybe you just want to try and get some of the costumes that you may have missed in the past, or you just want like a really cheap, quick costume. It's really easy to just jump in and grab one of those. So yeah, like I said, if you're into cosmetics, definitely pick that up.
Yeah. I think some of the new Rose Thorn costume is pretty cool. Personally, I like it a lot. So you definitely want to check that out. You can see the website right now. That's the new Rose Thorn costume, and you can see the content of the box. And you can of course trade the fabrics to get the costume you want. And the best part is you can also buy them from the marketplace. So if you have enough gold, you can definitely get the costume you want.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully you guys are really enjoying that. That's a sweet looking costume for sure. I definitely see people have been sharing that a lot on Twitter and everything like that. So yeah, I think we are pretty much ready to jump into the new content. Disclaimer, as always, this is not the final build. You're definitely going to see some stuff, and we'll point it out as well. That's like not final, or maybe the name is missing, something like that. That's because our final build is being worked on right now, and of course it'll be ready for you guys next Wednesday when we release Rage of the Hive Queen on the 18th. All right, so let's jump in to the client. So I am actually right now in the Temple of Illuvium. For obviously you guys have been doing this already. The first two areas of the Twin Asuras and the Great Thrall have been available since we released it early in the patch. However, now we're going to be opening up the final area, which is going to have the final boss encounter of the Hive Queen. I'm going to be pretty much just running through to show you guys the landscape of the area. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to kill the raid bosses by myself. I was trying to do it earlier, actually, before the stream, and it was a huge pain. So I'm actually just going to run through and show you guys more of a scenic run through, and then we'll talk a little bit about why you want to do this raid, what you can get from it, what you're looking for in the raids.
Yeah, I think the environment looks really cool. Both of the new raids really did a great job at capturing atmosphere. You can see all the colors here. It's pretty impressive.
Yes, for sure. You definitely can see something evil is brooding here, and I feel like I got a little bit better at panning. Just want to give myself a little pat on the back there. Yeah. So some of the stuff that you can get from this raid, you can already see my character is already decked out in one of the cooler cosmetics. You know, if you're a fan of Zulia here, I'm already wearing her hair.
You actually look like Zulia.
Yeah, it definitely makes you look a lot like her. I can show it right now. It's the Grand Enchantment, as well as literally the Zulia hair. So really cool if you're a big fan of hers, or maybe even I know a lot of people, they design their characters to look like the NPCs in game. So if you've been waiting to get this to complete your Zulia cosplay in game, then this is the time. So yeah, these are obviously not empty. Normally these are going to be like some mini boss encounters and stuff like that. But like I said, I do not have the mobs loaded in right now. Pretty sweet little one shot right there, and obviously this would be the location of the final showdown against the Hive Queen.
You should have. Yeah, we still saw that in the trailer just now, right?
Exactly, like that. The trailer just now showed off the intro cinematic for the Hive Queen. So really obviously going to be a pretty difficult fight. This is going to be the most difficult raid content that we've released to date. That panning, sorry, really bad. I know. I already forgot how to do it. You can really see, you know, they have like the honeycombs and stuff all over the edges, you know, very much. But yeah, definitely a very formidable opponent. You're definitely going to have to bring your A game in order to clear this. So I know raid groups that have been clearing Temple of Illuvium and Iron Science Keep.
Science Keep.
I was saying Iron Conqueror. Yeah, Science Keep have been you know, waiting for this. So definitely the next tier in raid progression. Let's talk a little bit about the loot that you can get from this raid encounter. So very similar to how you have Raven Kings like Ferocity, Animus, stuff like that. It has the same sort of items for the Hive Queen. You're going to see Hive Queen's Rancor here for KFM, Destroyer, Assassin, and Gunslinger. You're going to have the Hive Queen's Barb here for the Force Master, Summoner, and Warlock. And the Husk for the Blade Master, Blade Dancer, and Soul Fighter. So very similar. Each of these groups of classes is going to use a different item to upgrade their weapon. Speaking of which, the new weapon here is, as you can see, it upgrades from, it's a little bit similar to how we did the Seraph to Raven. The final 3 stages upgrade to the first 3 stages of the new weapon, the Aransu weapon. So stage 7 upgrades to stage 1, 8 to stage 2, 9 to stage 3, etc. So I'll give you, and then this will actually go all the way up to Aransu 6. So you can see the effects on it there. Obviously, this is a very powerful. This is the most powerful weapon in the game. You can see really high skill bonuses. Really 540 attack power.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, this weapon's no joke. You're definitely going to be destroying some raid bosses if you can make your way up there. So people usually want to see some upgrade costs. That's not what I meant to do. I'll just start from 9 here. There. Oh yeah, it's totally blocked. Sorry about that. So you can see some of the, as you can see, Hive Queen's Heart. This is basically the new Raven King's Soul. So very similar effect. You can see it's more of the items that you know and love, premium stones, the Imperial Spirit stones. This item, Aransu Orb, this has been available in really limited quantities. This is going to be much more available in this patch, especially from this
new raid.
From the new section of the raid, and also the new raid, the Fallen Aransu School, which we're going to talk about in just a second. This is what you need to upgrade your axe to the stage 6. And I'll also show what it looks like because it looks awesome. You actually get additional visual effects at stage 6 compared to like stage 5. You don't get the cool swirly dragon. So you definitely need to get to 6 to show everybody that you're the best.
Yeah. Looks great.
Yeah. Well, I don't want anyone to be upset, so I'm going to quickly just go through and show some of them just to make sure that everyone gets their class represented here. Things like super bright. Like blinding me over here. Definitely people around will know I have an Oransu weapon.
Yeah, very flashy.
That's a dagger. Yes, definitely very flashy.
Oh, I love the dagger.
Stuff. This is a mean looking staff. Like a cute little summoner. This looks like it's gonna electrocute you.
Nice.
Let's see. Blade's the same. Finally, the pistols. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So as you can see, like these are obviously gonna be your best in slot weapons. This is gonna be the next kind of tier of raid gear that's coming. Definitely, all the raid groups out there, definitely look forward to this coming on the 18th. There's also this costume that I should show that also comes from the Hive Queen. It's a little bit of an alternate costume for Zulia Bronze outfit. So sword. Oh, I missed sword. Yeah. Good call. Sorry, everybody. No. Good thing. I didn't want to miss any. Looks amazing. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so that's yeah, Hive Queen encounters coming on October 18th. So that's this is geared definitely towards active raiders, progression raids, and stuff like that. But we also have a second raid coming out called Fallen Oransu School that Nico's going to show you guys. Yep. That's more for everybody.
Yeah, so this raid is kind of similar to the Dawn on Kandahar raid, where it's a weekly raid for 12 people, but it's fairly easy and fairly quick to do. So as you can see, it's the same location as the Temple of Elubim, right next to it.
Now you want to switch over to Nico's screen?
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you. So one thing to note is you will have to complete a blue quest to get in. It's fairly easy. And once you get in, I'm gonna do the same thing as I'm not gonna show the fight, but I will show you the environment and the boss. It also looks pretty amazing in my opinion. It's a really cool place. So yeah, it's a weekly raid. Again, it's very quick and easy to do. I am not a specialist in camera panning either, so I'm gonna do my best here, but yeah, that's the place. The boss is here. It's called a Viblood Demon. It's perfect for Halloween, actually. It looks looks pretty pretty dark and haunted. But yeah, so there is a weekly quest for it. There is also obviously a dynamic quest, which you can see here actually. Right, so these are the rewards for the raid. As you can see, there is the Trials Treasure, which includes some progression items, XP Charm, the new Oransu Orb that we just mentioned that's needed to upgrade to the new weapon path. Yep. You will also get a chest with materials in it, so again, very useful for progression. And some crafting materials. So this is everything you get. In addition, you will be able to select either the Raven Feather or the Hive Queen's wings, depending on which progression path you're currently doing. So yeah, those are the dynamic quest rewards. And again, the raid is very easy to do. It should be a quick raid that you do weekly alongside the Kandahar raid with 12 people as well. But yeah, that's called Fallen Oransu School. That's also part of the patch. I already showed this. Sorry.
Yeah, it's designed to be a pretty quick raid, like you mentioned, and it's the same sort of thing of Dawn of Kandahar, where you kind of just jump in. You don't necessarily need a really geared group or anything like that. It's just there for you to get in there, fight this really cool looking boss, do some progression, and then get some progression towards your Hive Queen wings. Yes.
They're saying to turn off your UI.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, just like Control X for the UI.
So, good view. Okay.
Yeah, I can't do the panning thing. It's too hard. Especially this mouse's sensitivity is set to like 1,000, where mine's used to being really low. So,
it's just making excuses. Excuses.
I am. Yeah, so, like unfortunately we couldn't, like really play through this content. This is designed for 12 players. We usually don't ever fight the last bosses of anything.
Yeah,
anyway.
we don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, especially it's for spoilers and stuff like that. But this is the new content as far as like game content coming on the 18th. Rage of the Hive Queen to Blade and Soul. So yeah, new raid content all around. So hopefully those of you that enjoy raid content should be really excited.
Awesome.
Yeah. So as we mentioned, that's a really cool shot. Actually, that should be like a wallpaper. So as we mentioned earlier, we're bringing back Blade and Ghoul. This is Blade and Ghoul 2017. We ran this event last year, although with a slightly different format. Mm-hmm. This year, we decided to tie in the Merchant of Wonders. I know there's a lot of players have been asking for the Merchant to come back. It's always a lot of fun. It always adds a lot to that dungeon run when you see that as soon as you kill the boss, you wait for the pop-up and like, yes, the Merchant has spawned. So this time around, the Merchant of Wonders can spawn in the following dungeons: Sogun's Lament, the Shattered Masts, Cold Storage, Ebondrake Citadel, Desolate Tomb, Naryu Sanctum, Naryu Foundry, Irontech Forge, Ebondrake Lair. Do not worry if you didn't get all that, because we have a website coming for you guys next week with more details about the event. Just to give you guys a little bit more information, the newer the dungeon, the higher the spawn rate. Yeah. So the newer dungeons like Ebondrake Lair are going to have the highest spawn rate. Older dungeons like Sogun's Lament are going to have, they came out a long time ago. They're going to have a lower chance for the Merchant to spawn. So yeah, you can see a little bit about the event on the website. We're going to have a full event news post detailing even more details about it next week. So I'm actually in Cold Storage right now. With the exception of Cold Storage, the newest dungeon has the highest spawn rate except for Cold Storage. Cold Storage is the exception and actually has the highest spawn rate of any dungeon. Heaven's Mandate is not included this time around, but since I wanted to make sure that we got a Merchant, I just decided to spawn one instead of killing anything. So you guys will definitely check out. So the name is a little bit outdated. We actually changed the name to signify the new NPC. It's going to be Shin Bayu. She does. She looks really good. I wish I was a little bit shorter, because I'm like a 8-foot tall Gon. But you can definitely check out. This is the new Merchant of Wonders. She'll have her name changed in the final build, and let's see what we got.
Oh my god, you are.
Yeah, I'm cell phone tower. Yeah, so sorry I can't move this. I can. I lied. So this is the list of items here. You're going to see some of the older cosmetics that were from Viridian Coast, Cinderlands, and Moonwater Plains dungeon. So in this case, I got the Windhorn's mask and the Thunder God outfit from Naryu Labyrinth. So one thing that you're going to want to notice here is that these items cost fabrics. So make sure, especially if you're doing cross-server dungeon, make sure you bring some fabrics with you. Make sure you have some in your inventory so that you can purchase these cosmetics. You don't want to miss out by not bringing fabrics. So very, very important.
Also high-quality fabrics, both of them. Actually, I got a page with high quality.
Oh yeah, definitely bring both. Sorry, fabric and high quality fabric market right now. Hurry, go buy.
Everyone spam fabric ?
Go buy. So they're going to be, there's going to be items available for both those items. Everything else will be in gold. This is a brand new raid consumable. We're going to talk about that more in just a second. But those are going to be available on, I think, every single page will have one of those. So those are going to be some new consumables that are going to help you out with raids during this event. So that's one Merchant. So Nico's super lucky and totally didn't cheat and got a Merchant in his.
So as you can see, we brought back the last year's Halloween items. I got lucky, I got the page with them actually. And they cost a high quality fabric, so again, remember to bring those in your dungeons to make sure you can buy them. We added a ton of cosmetic to the merchants this time, so you're gonna see a lot of variety in terms of costumes. And we also added some of the new cosmetics for Halloween,
Right.
which we're going to show in a minute. But yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of cool items to get from the merchant. And again, the spawn rate is going to be better than last time. So get ready to do your dailies and your dungeons, because you will want to farm these.
They're curious
Yeah.
about how much gold is in the gold chests.
You mouse
hey, there you
it's
go.
a chance to.
You can get a lot of it.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a gambler, in you if you want to, roll the dice, see if you can get that 1,000 gold. If you're not, maybe you're not interested in some of the other items, maybe do some gambling.
Yeah, I don't know. For those of you who did not participate in last year's event, we have some weapon skins. The Great Pumpkin are pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
So
looks
this
really
will
good.
also be available in the merchant. Looks so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Also, I should explain. Obviously, not everyone's familiar with the merchant as well. So the merchant, as you can see up on the top there of the mysterious store on the left, you can only purchase one item among the list. So you
Yes.
choose one and you purchase it. You can't get all of them. You can, keep trying to run it, try and get the same page again if you want to get multiple items. But you can only choose one when you purchase it. So choose carefully.
Yep.
Yeah. And
So yeah, I hope you guys have fun. We definitely, took your feedback in consideration from the last time we had this event. So we hope you like it.
Yeah.
I think there's really a lot of cool items. Oh my god, that looks really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. See, the last time we had this,
We didn't have that. yeah.
exactly. We didn't have the gunslinger out when this came out. So this will be the first time that this one's really available, unless you've kept your weapon chest this whole time, which is possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think another exciting item that's going to be in the drop table here for the Mysterious Merchant of Wonders is going to be the brand new 2017 Halloween costume, which I actually have in my inventory. If you want to switch
Let's
over to here. Yeah, so you'll actually notice that she's already wearing it, but just to show it off, maybe on a few other race combinations. This is the 2017 Halloween costume for Blade and Soul. So this is going to be available only exclusively through the Merchant of Wonders. You're not going to be able to purchase this from the store or anything.
I love the shoes.
Yeah, the shoes are
They're really well detailed.
shoes. Yeah, that little emblem on there with the bat wings on there is great. Isn't that, this should be your Halloween outfit, Maggie. Going through all of them. So like, as I mentioned, this is going to be exclusive. Oh man, dapper.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be exclusive to the Merchant of Wonders, so you will have to run the dungeons in order to get this outfit. So this is this coloration. This is not the final names for these items either. As I mentioned, this is an in-progress build. This is the alternate one if you happen to like the purple, black, and white motif versus the red and black. Yeah, and you get some stockings, which, yeah, stockings. Yeah. Little small differences like that in addition to the stockings, but generally it's different color palette here.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
All the accessories. Yeah, so that is the new 2017 Blade and Soul.
Yeah, there's
outfit.
actually more than that. You will also be able to get a ghoulish gift box from the daily challenge, right? So you can switch over to my screen. You can see it here. So we have added this. Oh yeah, we added these chests to the daily challenge. So this will be available during the Halloween event period. As you can see, you can get some candies. So the candies are actually a red buff. We're going to talk more about them in a minute. Also some fireworks, and then a bunch of a chance to get some upgrade items. So yeah, this chest again is in daily challenge. I actually have a few of them. We can have fun and open some of them. Show you guys. So yeah, the usual, consumables. You can get some crafting materials, upgrade materials, the fireworks, which we bring every year. And those are the red buffs. You want to talk a little bit about them?
Sure. Yeah. So there's three candies, as you see here. So these are designed. As you can see, they're only able to be used in Skybreak Spire, Temple of Illuvium, and Scion's Keep. So basically, these are going to give you a 10-minute raid buff. So for example, the Skull Candy here is going to give you increased attack power against bosses, increased critical damage. The Snack Lantern will give you increased defense against bosses and increased threats, so it's more of a tanking candy. And the third one is going to give you damage reduction 15%. So just some more information about these. They do not stack. You can only use one at a time. Yep. They do have a 5-minute cooldown when you use them, and you will lose the effect of them upon dying, zoning, or logging off. So they're very much designed to be like, all right, guys, we got the like the mechanics down. This is the kill shot, something like that. Everyone, pop your raid consumable. Let's get some extra, damage or mitigation, stuff like that. It's time to get a kill and get that loot. So
yeah, it gives a little edge and clear the dungeon faster, basically.
Yeah. Exactly, and yeah, even if you already have the dungeon on farm, you can get some faster clears. You can get some more efficient clears, stuff like that. Maybe able to handle some mechanics a little bit better with the buffs. So basically, helping you guys out with raiding and raid progression, especially since we're releasing new raid content. Yeah. This patch.
So yeah, that's kind of the meat of the event. I hope you guys enjoy it. Obviously, the merchant is, the big thing, and it's pretty exciting. I'm actually really excited to farm it.
Yeah. I think the one question was asked, which was, what is the max fabric cost per outfit? You guys know that or not?
I don't know off the top of my head.
I don't remember. We'll double check that, get back to you. I think most of them are one fabric.
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure if they are costing for more than one fabric, but we will check that and get back to you.
Yeah, and I don't think we actually mentioned the duration of the event. It's actually going to run for 3 weeks, from October 18th to November 8th. I think there's one thing we missed, is actually, speaking of more raid stuff, that we actually have some bonuses for completing the raids. So that is completing Skybreak Spire and Temple of Illuvium. You'll actually get a bonus treasure chest. I actually have them in my inventory if you want to switch over to mine. So this is the Hive Queen's special treasure. You'll get this from completing the Chasing Zulia quest. As you can see, it's basically just extra loot for completing the Temple of Illuvium. You're going to get some extra XP, some extra of the Hive Queen's heart and wings, and then a chance at some of the cosmetics and weapon skins from the raids. So obviously, the raid cosmetics are very coveted. It's just going to be an extra chance to get them. Yep. Similarly, for completing the Raven's Cry quest. Similarly, completing the Raven's Cry quest for Skybreak Spire, you're going to get a very, very similar extra treasure chest here, extra Raven King's Feather, Raven Feather and Raven King's Soul, and cosmetics. So just an extra chance to get them. Obviously, it's a chance to get them. I'll open it and see what I get.
And again, we're going to have a website coming up next week, so don't worry if you miss all the information. We are going to release all the information directly available on the website. So
yeah, pretty damn good one. I got 8 wings, 2 charms, 2 hearts, and I got the Ironclad outfit from Scion's Keep. Open the Raven King one. Yeah, so this one I didn't get lucky. I didn't get an outfit, but I still able to get 5 feathers, 3 charms, and 2 souls. So just a little bit extra incentive for you to complete the raids in this next 3 weeks.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that pretty much wraps up the Blade and Gold 2017 event. We hope you guys, like you mentioned, hope you guys enjoy it. It's going to be really, really fun. I'm going to be in there doing purple trains, so everything
Definitely.
like that. So yeah, a lot of cosmetics to get.
Yeah, there's a lot of cosmetics. So yeah, if you're a collector there, and you should definitely run this event.
For sure. All right, cool. We'll switch gears a little bit now. We're going to go over some of the systems changes and other miscellaneous changes that have been added as well with the Rage of the Hive Queen update as usual. A new system that we're going to be adding to the game for the first time is going to be Sealing Charms. So you can see them in my inventory right here. This is a The final name will actually be Brilliant Soul Sealing Charm. This is now final English on here and stuff like that. So what this allows you to do is to take certain stages of soul, of your soul, like for example, like this True Hongmin energy, and it allows you to make them tradable. You can trade them with other players. You can sell them on the marketplace. So basically, if you have some extra souls lying around, I don't know who does, but some people might. But you're gonna wanna you can use the system to move them. Obviously, not everyone's gonna have an extra soul lying around, but this only works, as I mentioned, on certain stages of the soul. So opening this up, it works on the awakened and true of both of the Hongmoon energy and the ascending soul. It also will work on the Awakened Transcendent Stage 5, Awakened Cosmic Stage 5, True Transcendent, and True Cosmic. So it doesn't work on every single stage. You have to get to a certain stage before you can make it tradable. And the higher level of the soul, the more sealing charms it takes. So, for example, if you want to have Hongmoon Energy Stage 10, you can't seal it. It's not a sealable stage. It's not going to work. However, if you have, for example, the True Hongmoon Energy, you'll see this button becomes active. You can use this button. You click it. It takes 5 Brilliant Sealing Charms. Hit it. And it's going to seal it up to a sealed True Hongmoon Energy. And then, as you can see, this is now, doesn't give you any sort of stats. It does take 5 unsealing charms to unseal it, but now it is tradable. I can put it on the marketplace. I can trade it, give it to an alt. I can give it to a friend, depending on how you want to use the system.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, this is really just adding a new path on how to get souls, because you can buy them on the marketplace now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think obviously this is geared towards players that are able to get more than one soul, which probably not a lot of them, but I like it because it's just give an additional way of getting the souls. Right now it's you have to farm, but pretty much that's the only way to get it. So if you prefer to farm gold instead, you can do that and then buy the soul directly from the marketplace. So that's pretty cool.
That's right.
Cool system.
Cool. All right, let's talk a little bit about some updates to the daily challenge and weekly challenge.
Yes. So daily challenge, we've added new items you can get from it. So as you remember, some time ago, you were able to get the heavenly energy from the daily challenge, and then you were able to trade that in the Dragon Express for a bunch of different items. So with this patch, we're adding the solar energy to the daily challenge. I'm going to switch over to my screen. I can actually show it here. So as you can see here in the daily challenge reward chest, you will get 4 solar energy from it. You also have a chance to get more. And this item can be used in the Dragon Express. Sorry about that. Where you can exchange it for different items. So you're going to find the usual suspects here, the XP charms, the brilliant keys. For the first time, you will be able to buy gems with solar energy. As you can see here, those are the pentagonal gems, but you have pretty much all of them. They cost 30 of the solar energy, so you can pick and choose. You will also be able to buy upgrade materials, Void Fragment, Raven King Souls, Raven Feather, Xanos Disc, Forging Orb, Titan Skins, Flower of Lament, and finally, Soul Badges.
Yeah, just a quick disclaimer. Those all say fleeting, but they're that's not updated yet. Those are not fleeting versions. Those are permanent soul badges.
Correct. So those are obviously pretty expensive because they're pretty powerful. But yeah, you can pick and choose again the one you want, which I think is pretty cool. And you will be able to get these for 125 solar energy from the Dragon Express.
Yeah, so obviously you're doing your daily challenge to do stuff like get your ghoulish gift box. You're doing it for the regular progression, your reward chest, your treasure chest, and now in addition to that, you're going to have progression. Maybe you're working towards a soul badge. Maybe you're working towards upgrading your gems. So this basically makes one of the things that we wanted to do in this patch is make gems a lot more accessible to all types of players.
Yes.
Players with high gems, players with low gems, players with no gems. We wanted to make a progression system for gems available to everyone. So daily challenge is where we put that in there. So you're going to be able to, it's obviously going to take, multiple days to farm up the solar energy, but you'll be able to progress in gems if that's what you're working on.
Yep. Yeah, it's a really cool addition, I think. Definitely add some incentive to do the daily challenge.
Definitely.
So hope you guys like that.
Yeah, and we also made some changes to the weekly challenge. I think you showed it a little bit earlier, but if you want to show it again in more detail.
Yeah. So weekly challenge, previously there were like 3 different choices. One of them actually was PvP, so 2 of them.
2 of them, yeah.
PvP. So you pretty much had to do the PvP one to complete the weekly challenge. So we've now added a 4th option, which means there's 2 PvE and 2 PvP options. So if you don't want to do PvP at all, you can just skip that and do the PvE only. So
Move to the right.
sorry, there you go. So yeah, you still need to only complete 2, of course, but you're now gonna have more choice in which one you want to complete. And obviously the new red is being added to the weekly challenge as well.
Yeah.
Which is actually really good because that's a really quick red to do. So I like that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everyone's already pretty incentivized to do those quick weekly raids there for a good boost in progression. You still get the challenge rewards, and so you can obviously still do a mix and match of PvP and PvE. You can just do 66 if that's the game mode you like there. So just giving more flexibility and choices, basically with this update.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. Going to talk a little bit now about Celestial Basin. So you can actually switch over to my screen. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the changes made to the Peach Exchanger merchant that everyone loves and knows and loves. So you'll see some. I can move this. There's a little bit of been a couple changes to this. So first of all, you'll see that the costs for the Mystic badges have been reduced. Players that had premium before will notice that this is the same price as they were for premium members. So we've actually taken them out of Dragon Express and made them accessible to all players at this price. These have been released for a while. Some of them are a really, really large increase in damage. Like for example, Skyrift Mystic badge is really, really huge for destroyers. Just making them more accessible. You'll notice that also a lot of the weapon upgrade materials are no longer here. For example, like Xanos Disc, Forging Orb, stuff like that. You'll notice that they've been moved over to the Soul Energy shop. So if you are trying to buy those items, make sure you buy them before we do the patch next Wednesday on the 18th. You want to make sure if you want to spend peaches on those that you can. We've also basically lowered prices across the board to get these weapons. We've added these Naryu tablet costs, which are basically negligible, but you can see the weapons are all here. They're for pretty cheap peach costs, so that'll definitely help you.
Your progression.
Yeah, in your progression, getting those weapons. We've also added the Hongmoon food items to get your pellet skill. And we've also added the treasure pouch here that you get from the dungeons and stuff like that if you want to get those types of materials. So just a small update to the Celestial Peach Exchanger. I think the main takeaway is if you're waiting to buy some of these, wait till the patch. If you're trying to get some of the weapon upgrade materials, you want to get them before the patch hits. So that is the changes to the Celestial Basin merchant. Next, we can talk a little bit about. Actually, while you get ready for the Hongmoon secret techniques, I'll actually show one more thing that I forgot to put on the show notes. So that is an upgrade path update for Baleful and Seraph stage 1 through 9.
That's right.
So you'll see down here, there's actually been an alternate path added for 1 through 9. So let's take a look at one of them. So basically, this is an alternate path that's been added. Normally you use your heroic weapon offering in order to upgrade your weapon. This is a alternate path where you use void fragments instead of this upgrade. I just remembered that if you start on this weapon, it totally freezes the client, and then it's like a 50% chance whether it comes back or not.
Sorry, yeah.
I totally forgot. But basically, we're going to be posting more details about it later. But basically, the upgrade path is going to be using void fragments instead of the heroic weapon offerings in order to upgrade from Seraph. Oh, mine's back. Haha. Oh, there's 50-50 chance. Don't worry, that's fixed in the later build. So, for example, if I can use my accursed axe here. Sorry. Please work. Thank you. All right, so we have the original path here with the Python axe to upgrade. Them shows there. Instead, you can use 2 void fragments. Basically, this is just adding an alternate path for you to do your progression. Now I know why that did that. It had to load. I loaded the entire path, so yeah. So as you can see, it's basically just adding an alternate path to what you need to upgrade. So, all right, let's talk a little bit about Hongmoon Sacred Techniques.
Yes, so Hongmoon Secret Techniques, so similar to what we did with Celestial Basin, you won't find those anymore in the Dragon Express if you were a premium member. We've added them at the reduced price directly through the NPC. So as you can see here, so this is the new cost for those items. As you can see, it's reduced quite a lot. We're really trying to make those skills more accessible to everyone, especially those that were released when early in the game. So hopefully that will help with that. Those are really cheap now, actually. You can probably get them after a few PvP match. But yeah, so this is directly available in the NPC merchant for Zenbin items, and then the Battlefield trader as well has a reduced cost for them. So depending on which content, PvP content you do, then you can buy them with different currencies. But yeah, those are the new prices. Hopefully they should help you guys if you don't already have those skills.
Yep.
And they should be very easy to get now. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, like you said, definitely something we try to do is make them more accessible, especially depending on what class you play. One skill might be like super important to you, so getting that as quickly as possible to help you out there. So basically, like I said, I think that's kind of like a lot of the stuff we did this patch is to make stuff more accessible.
Yes.
For example, gems and stuff like that.
Yep.
So that's something we've been trying to work on this patch, and you guys will see that as we talk about the last few changes here too.
Yeah, there's more actually.
Yes. So let's talk a little bit about Draken accessories. So obviously Draken accessories are the seed accessory that drops from a lot of these dungeons. You have to upgrade them. For example, you have the Draken necklace, and you have to upgrade that to get the Oath necklace. So we're kind of taking that step out. So let me go down here in Dragon Express and show you guys a little bit there. So as you can see, obviously the legendary accessory tokens that we introduced in order to help your progression with those tokens, they no longer are redeemable for Draken. Now you just get the stage 1 of the necklace right away. So this is going to help you get on your legendary accessory path a little bit faster, a little bit cheaper. It's the same tokens, those aren't changed, so you're still able to get the item. Similarly, in the dungeons, for example, they no longer drop the Draken accessories, they're going to drop stage 1 right away. Same thing with like the Immortality Earring, it's basically sold directly from the NPC instead of the Draken necklace. So now you might say, oh, well, I have a Draken right now, like what do I do with it? It's not useless now, is it? And it's not. It's actually better for you. You can now take your Draken accessory. For example, you have your Draken necklace here. You trade it with 10 gold to the Dragon Express, and you'll be able to get stage 1. So basically, taking off that one little step there, obviously you're still going to have to get your accessory up, stages 1 through 10, but basically get you started a little bit faster, because obviously, as you know, the Draken accessory itself has really terrible stats. It's meant to be only useful when it's upgraded. So now you'll start from the stage 1, which should hopefully, get you a head start on that legendary accessory path there.
Yeah, I think that's a really good improvement, especially for new players.
Yeah,
we had quite a lot of players coming back for the Gunslinger patch, so hopefully that will help them out.
Yeah, exactly, and they'll be able to jump right into their stage 1 accessory and start upgrading it. Yeah, which have pretty good stats right off the bat. Obviously not like stage 10, but pretty good right away.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the updates to the Draken accessory system. Let's move on to a really big change, actually, in the game. So you guys saw earlier that we introduced Hongmoon pentagonal gems available for the solar energy currency. So this is going to be a really, really big change to the game, and it has to do with Hongmoon gems once again.
Yeah, this change, I believe we're going to be one of the first territory to have it, so you probably haven't seen that change in other regions yet. So when I showed those gems earlier today, you probably noticed that it says you can salvage them now on the tooltip. So this is new. Basically, the idea here is we want to make gems more accessible to our players. We also want to make it easier to swap between colors, right? So we've added a system where you can salvage your gem now and retransmute them into the ones you want. You will be able to salvage any pentagonal gem or higher and receive gem fragments and powder, which, by the way, are tradable. So you can buy and sell them on the marketplace. And once you've salvaged those, you can use them with the transmute menu. So you can switch over to Jonathan's screen. You can show it.
Yeah, I'll do a little demo here.
And then you can transmute those into the gems you want.
Right. So, for example, here I have a heptagonal aquamarine here. So the names are actually need to be updated a little bit. It'll be actually Hongmoon Gem Fragment and Hongmoon Gem Powder instead of the crystal and crystal powder. That will be reflected in the final build. So for example here, I can hit salvage. I have all my gems here. Let's say I don't want this aquamarine, this really good aquamarine.
Why would you do that?
Goodbye. So you'll see I actually got 1 Hongmoon crystal and 6 crystal powder, which will be the gem fragment and gem powder. The icon is currently broken on this. That's why it looks like a rose thorn box. It's not. This is the powder. So these, as Nico mentioned, are tradable. So I could take this and put this on the marketplace right now. And they can also be switched between each other really easily. So basically 10 of the Hongmoon Gem powder is 1 Hongmoon Gem fragment. So this is a fragment right here. I can salvage that. Oh, I salvaged 3, whatever, I don't need them. And that will get me 30. So you see I got up to 99 powder there. Similarly, you can actually combine the powder. This doesn't have a cost or anything. You can move these together pretty free form. Every time you right click it, you're going to create a crystal. Now, what can you do with these crystal powders? Gem powders and gem fragments. Sorry, it's a little hard having the different names. So one thing that you can do, it actually is if you use 4 of the Hongmoon Gem powders in the Dragon Express, you can actually exchange it for a hexagonal gem. So as I mentioned, this is definitely, or as Nico mentioned, this is adding a lot of flexibility, a lot of areas for progression, a lot of ways to move up your gems, because obviously they are a significant power increase into your build and your power. Yep. So basically want to increase the flexibility there.
Yeah, it will make it easier for all characters to get their gems where they don't have to wait for the next event to be able to get them.
That's right.
So I think the big takeaway here is versatility, where you can change your gems into the ones you want. You're not locked to a specific gem, and even if you have bad RNG, you can still salvage it and then get the one you want.
That's right. And for example, now let's say that I really want to get this. If I want to create a transmute 3 squares to a pentagonal ruby, you'll know before the required materials were the radiant energy, the mysterious crystal, and other materials. Now you're going to be using the gem powder and the gem fragments. So for example, this one only costs 1 gem powder. Very, very cheap upgrade. Obviously this is a lower tier gem. As you move up to the higher tiers, you'll see that it increases. For example, if I want to transmute 3 hexagonals to a heptagonal, you're going to be using a Hongmoon gem fragment and 6 Hongmoon gem powder. So very flexible and versatile of the system. You can trade these items, you can sell them, you can buy them, you can use them for transmuting, you can exchange them for the hexagonal gems, you can exchange your solar energy for the pentagonal gems and upgrade those. So really open the doors on gem progression here in this patch, and that's something that we wanted to make available to all players.
Yeah, definitely opens up a lot more possibilities for trading and stuff like that. You may be asking yourselves what's going to happen to the radiant energy and the mysterious crystal, right?
Right.
So as Jonathan mentioned, the radiant energy is basically the same as the new fragment.
Gem powder.
Powder.
Yeah.
So you will be able to
names.
trade it on a one-to-one basis. So keep your energy because you're gonna get the powder for it. One-to-one trade. The mysterious crystal is being phased out, and you will get solar energy instead for those items. And you will only need the powder, the fragments going forward to transmute gems.
That's right. Except with the exception of obsidians. Just want to just make sure that's clear. All the other gems work the same way. The obsidians are a more recently released gem. Obviously, they're a little bit different. Those use void fragments and soulstone crystals instead of the new system. So these are going to be a little bit different, than the other ones. But otherwise, I think this is really good news for all types of players, really. Whether you're end game gear, whether you're just a fresh rolled character. I think gem progression is gonna really help all players.
Definitely, yeah. It's a really good change.
Yeah.
So that kind of wraps up all the new systems updates. As you can see, the overall direction here is to really make a lot of the endgame item more accessible to a lot of players,
right.
While still retaining the value of those items. So hopefully you guys enjoy all the changes, and feel free to give us feedback on the forums. We're always listening to the feedback and reading it.
Yeah. We've also got just really quick at the end here. We always like to show off some of the cosmetics that are coming to the Hongmoon store. So on the next costume rotation is going to be next Friday the 20th, so 2 days after the patch goes live. We're actually going to be doing a repeat of, we're going to bring back some old favorites. That's going to be the Graveheart outfit, last year's outfit. We're going to be bringing it back at a discount. We're also going to be bringing back the Creeper familiar set. I don't have a cat, so I can't show you guys, but I promise you it's adorable. This is what we need Bethany and her Mew to show it off.
Sorry, I don't play Summoner.
We've also got a couple new bundles that are going to be there'll be limited purchase bundles that will be coming out to the Hongmoon store on October 18th. So look out for some more information on those, and they'll also be in the Hongmoon store when the servers come up on the 18th with the Rage of the Hive Queen patch that we've been showing you guys today.
Yeah, a lot of exciting stuff coming up. I hope you guys enjoyed everything we showed you. And the patch notes are going to come next week, I believe, on Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's correct. The patch hits on Wednesday, obviously. So you can look forward to the patch notes. We're also going to be posting system articles, system change, as well as the details about the event. So don't worry if you missed things that we've said on the stream. We will be adding news article on the website over the next week that will do a good recap of everything we talked about today.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think that about wraps it up. I'm definitely really excited for this patch.
Me too.
We've been working on this for quite a long time, so we're excited to get it out to all you guys. Thank you, Nico, for joining me today on the stream.
I'm always happy to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. And reminder to all you guys, make sure to follow Blade and Soul on all the channels, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, all that. If you have, it just showed, my Twitter at the bottom of the screen there. If you have any questions, anything that I might not have explained well on the stream, we'd love to answer your questions, listen to your guys' feedback. And obviously, of course, we'll get the YouTube video of this posted soon as well. So yeah, thank you very much from all of us here.
Thanks, everyone.
And hope you enjoy the patch on Wednesday.
Yep.